Yeah, so welcome to another episode of Late Night Meditation with Dami. It's another instance of a episode or a recording I did not plan to do tonight, but it for me, it kind of kept me up thinking about the fact that it looks like this drama or this battle between Drake and Kendrick is coming to an end. I don't know about y'all, but clearly Kendrick won, right? But the part that I've been saying, y'all ever seen that movie Don't Look Up, where basically it's about how society is everything is so kind of like virtual and so kind of unreal because of the screen culture that the world could be ending, people not really going to pay attention or believe it until literally the asteroid is dropping right on top of us. I feel like that's what's happening with this whole Drake and Kendrick beef. Kendrick won because he called Drake a pedophile. He didn't just call him a pedophile like he's just joking. He made an accusation. And when you think about the fact that the beef started between them since 2011, and at a certain point midway through that beef, Kendrick just completely stopped messing with Drake, almost as if something about Drake just completely turned him off, then you got to ask yourself, what is really going on? And the fact that Drake put out the Heart 6 and we feel like that's the end of it is kind of crazy to me. So I came across this and I just kind of wanted to play it for y'all, because when are we going to start asking Drake the hard questions? The same questions we failed to ask R. Kelly, and R. Kelly got away with it for so long until a documentary came out in the man's old age. When are we going to start thinking about the victims of pedophilia, the victims of sexual abuse, the victims of child abuse, instead of just romanticizing it because they're celebrities? Check this out.
More is trying to open up y'all eyes like I've been trying to open up y'all eyes about Drake. This man is an executive producer on a show called Euphoria.
He is.
A show about high schoolers doing adult things, high schoolers being in a relationship with grown adults, doing drugs, having sexual activities. That's what this show revolves around. And Drake is one of the producers of the show. That ain't this grown-ass man was testing Millie Bobby Brown when she was 14. When she was, and y'all, what? This man was allegedly involved with a 60-year-old girl in Canada. But guess what? The age of consent in Canada is 16.
I'm going to stop it right there. The age of consent, honestly, that is such an iffy thing, because I recently found out that even in the state of New Jersey, the age of consent is 16 years old. Just because the pedophiles that run our country, that govern our states, that's been implanted into the fabric of European Anglo-Saxon culture from back to Rome, just because they say it's okay for a 16-year-old to consent, that is not okay. At least to most of us, it's not. But I guess for Drake, don't really matter. The age of consent is 16, so he ran along with it.
But I guess that's why nobody batted an eye about it. This girl was 16 in this picture, and this is Drake with the beard. Drake made a song called TSU, and it took place right around when freshmen was about to take in for college. Come on, man. Drake was on stage with a young girl, touching all over her. And after touching on her for about 2 minutes, he was like, how old are you? And then, man, come on, man. Afterwards.
This video is crazy. Why you look like that? He's wildin'. I'm telling you, it's an arrogance that Drake has. It's an arrogance. It's a sense of invincibility. It's no way. It's no way. I've done shows. I've been on stage. I've had girls come on stage. You're going to know, first of all, depending on where you at, you're going to know if it's a 21 and up type situation. If you're not in a 21 and up type situation, any person in their right mind is not going to invite no random girl to the stage because you don't know how old she is. But the worst part is he finds out. Once you find out she's 17, if you somebody who's really not about that, You just gonna cold turkey, like, yo, thank you for coming up here, but you're too young. Have a good night. He gonna say, why you look like that? Come on. He said, look at all this. Come on, y'all. Y'all can close your eyes at it if you want, but where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. The minute this girl said 17, before the teen even came out her mouth, she should have been back in her seat. He's up there still doing it because one thing you're going to learn about these, it happens with celebrities and white people. They hide in plain sight because they know that there's a privilege and there's a perception that allows them to get away with doing things. Until somebody who don't gives a fuck says, I am uncomfortable enough that I'm going to make the accusation. Damned if it's right or wrong. Kendrick made the accusation. And me, based on what I've seen some more stuff. Let's not even talk. Well, all right, let's finish the video. I like the way your breasts feel against my chest. Unless somebody's going to tell me that this is AI and this is fake, Kendrick is looking like he's right. Sorry. No. Nah, yo, this is wild. He must have had too much to drink, or he just really think that he's untouchable. He's wildin'.
Look at this. Billie Eilish a while ago on her 18th birthday saying 18 tomorrow. And look who's under there. I've been waiting. What the? Y'all.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, y'all really protecting this man? And this is the same man that's spending time with a little black boy that don't need to be in the club and needs to be at home. And Drake is out here glorifying this. But yet he got his son out at basketball games looking like a responsible daddy. Drake is the man that come around in the family and they tell the young girls to go put on clothes when you're home. Mm-hmm. Drake is that person.
Yo. I mean, look, when my sister first came to me and told me, yo, Drake is a pedophile a couple months ago, there's this stuff going on TikTok. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to believe that they talking about on TikTok or whatever. But it never really left my thoughts. And then when I started really to take a deep dive into the beef between Kendrick and Drake and how far back it went, you could check out my earlier videos to see me break down these diss tracks. I started realizing that between 2011 and I want to say 2015, you could tell it was just all fun and games between Drake, Cole, and Kendrick, but Drake was kind of the more sensitive one. But at a certain point, Kendrick got turned off to Drake. You could tell his responses changed, his whole energy about and around Drake changed, and around that time, you're gonna realize Drake kept trying to like squash it all of a sudden. Oh, Kendrick is great, trying to reach out to him. I would love to do a track, but Kendrick wasn't having it. Almost like it was something deeper. So I don't think none of this is coincidence. Me personally, if I'm gonna be honest with y'all know I've been unbiased in this thing. I play Drake all the time, right? Like when I do my little meetings with my market, I always play Drake, right? It's the safest bet. But I don't know. It's not looking real. It's really not looking good. And honestly, if we just let this thing slide away without really deep diving and people really pressuring Drake to see if this man is really someone that's not safe around kids, shame on us. That's horrible. All right, so all I'm saying, take a deep dive and see what's in there, man. But thank y'all for tuning in. It's a real quick episode of Late Night Meditation with Dami. Y'all have yourselves a good night.